Hello, Bethany Jean. I wanted to show you this Excel sheet that I've been kind of nerding out on. I know you said don't overthink things, but that's just what I do. And I love Excel sheets. So I know y'all say don't do pricing calculators, but I kind of made one in Excel. So maybe you can tell me it's a really bad idea, throw it out, or maybe you can give me some suggestions on what you think of it. Anyways, I'm going to share screen. And let's do it. Here we go. Here is my estimation calculator. So what I did is because I really have a hard time with bidding. So here I can put in what I want to make an hour. And when anything in yellow is stuff to change. If it's not in yellow, we don't change it. So let's say I want to put in 50 because I think I was already down here. You go up here. Let's say I want to put in 50 and see what that looks like. It'll automatically populate these down here, and I'll show you what these totals are here. So let's take this to 75 because that is the, I guess, kind of the well-rounded goal. That's what you use a lot. Here's a base rate. So you're not going to take anything less than 150. If you wanted to take anything less than 100, you could do that. It changes some numbers down here. I'll explain that in a minute. You can just decide what your base rate is. My helper pay, I'm going to pay my helpers $25 an hour. I'm going to have 3 helpers. If I want to make it different, I play around over here. This is just for me to play around. So let's just say I'm going to do helper 1 pay $30 an hour, and helper 1's going to come help for 2 hours, and it would give me my totals. I can figure out an average with a calculator, put that in here. If I wanted to pay different people different amount, I could just get a calculator and average that. Anyways, this is just for me to play. So let's just say I'm paying all my helpers $25 an hour. I got 3 helpers. This right here is the deep clean estimate sheet, and this is the regular clean. I can put a square footage in here, and the square footage gives me the estimate on what I would be. Let's say I do 100 square feet an hour on a deep clean. That's kind of my estimate. I'm new at this, so you guys can tell me if you think that's a bad estimate. But it'll automatically calculate based on 100 square feet an hour for a deep clean, all of these numbers. So estimated clean time with no helpers with just this formula is 16 hours, 4 hours and 40 minutes, or 4.4, not 40 minutes, but almost 4.5 hours, is the estimated time with just me plus helpers. So here, this made it go down. I'm kind of guesstimating. My formula is that it takes, basically every helper is multiplied by 1.1 because they're not going to be as fast as me. We're going to have a little extra time because we're working out some stuff. So I'm giving us like an extra 6 minutes a person instead of just dividing it by 4 people, because here I am helping me plus 3 people. So if I'm calculating and I'm not included, then I would just bump this down some. You'll have to pardon the background noise, it's my son. Here is the estimated detail clean. I have that in bold because it's more of an accurate one. And so down here, I have a quick number that I can type it in. So this little thing, deep clean right here, quick estimate, I should write quick estimate right there. Quick estimate. And so that's where I get that. I can just plug in these numbers. I'm just going to guess there's 4 bedrooms. It's going to take me half an hour each bedroom. There's 2.5 bathrooms. I'm going to average an hour in each bedroom or each bathroom. There's only 1 living room because it's a open floor plan. So I can write those notes in there. It's going to take me an hour to do that. These are my estimates right here. So I plug in these numbers here. It automatically calculates it over here. So my quick calculation is that it's going to take, 11.5 hours of deep clean time to do it. However, if I want to break it down, I can do it here. So here's where I estimate. Dusting's going to take me 0.1. So, you can do your math. 0.1 is 6 minutes. So I'm going to guess it's going to take me about 6 minutes. It's easier than writing 5 minutes. 0.1 is an easier number than 5 minutes. To go around and just dust the things off. These may or may not be realistic. This is me just making it for And I used this in a couple of my last estimates, kind of get a rough idea, but I'm still figuring out these numbers to be more accurate. So I can insert a line if I need to add something more. And it will still calculate down here. So my total time based on my detailed estimation is 29.2. That's significantly different. And the deep clean price would then be that much. So this is me playing around with numbers, getting to learn what it should be, because a 4,000 square foot home should take that much or shouldn't. I don't know. And each house may be a little bit different, or each business a little bit different. So you can change your numbers over here to give yourself a best guess on what that'll take. Say that, you know, kitchen is extra dirty, but you know, if it's offices instead of bedrooms, and they're not, you know, going to be near as much, you can just adjust that really easy. So again, everything in yellow you can change. This right here, this is just that flat rate. So if I wanted to just have, I don't take anything less than 150, but then I just multiply everything by hours. So this is just for like nerdy stuff. You probably, lots of people won't even worry about that. But let's just say that you had a base pay of 150. And let's do this. See how these numbers change significantly right here. So I have an hourly rate of 50, base rate of 150. So I'm with a 2-hour minimum, see? So my calculations here will have it based on, you know, anything after, so we have the base rate of 150. So if we advertise our price as everything 150 up to 2 hours, and then after that is $50 an hour, that's going to look different than just flat saying $50 an hour. So it requires a little bit more formula. I mean, it doesn't make sense if it's just, most people it's just going to be easier to do this. But if you say my base rate's 150, I charge $50 an hour after that, it's going to look a little different. You're actually going to get a little bit more pay that way. So anyways, 75 kept it the same because of math. So anyways, that's my calculator. If I have regular cleans over here so that you can change the numbers, obviously it's not going to put in as many numbers to do just a regular maintenance clean. If you did deep clean last week and then you're coming back in 2 weeks to just do maintenance, you can decide what that is, and then time yourself and then figure out what your averages are. Here you pick which total you want to plug in. So let's just say I'm going to plug in the 5.975 instead of the 12.8 because that's more realistic. So then I would just go up here, let's round it up to 6. And so then we can just pick which estimated time that we want to use. And it changes the numbers for us automatically. So anyways, I don't know if that's a good calculator or a bad calculator. It kind of helps me wrap my brain around estimation. And I actually enjoyed it. It was therapeutic for me to make this Excel sheet because something's wrong with me, I'm sure. But Excel's like candy to me. So anyways, if it's something that y'all like, I'd be happy to share it with y'all. But anyways, so let me know what you think, Bethany. I'd be interested to see what you think about my calculator. So anyways, tell me what you think.